Welcome to another tutorial. I'm your host Fraser, and in this tutorial I'm just demonstrating the basics of parameters. So parameters are values that you can pass into your function. So inside my parameters I have the variables of x and y. So I have a function called sum, which just adds two basic numbers. Okay, so it's x and y. Okay. Um, so here's my function of addition, and my return variable is not, it's not the same as the return variable inside the main function, which returns 0. This one returns add, which is the result of my sum here. And remember, when you're dealing with return variables, you have to declare the type of data you want. So a void one will, for instance, will have void, which returns nothing, and then we'll have floats, and then we have doubles, all those types of data in C++. Okay, so inside my main, then we'll jump. So that's my function for sum. So parameters is x and y, remember. The main topic is parameter. So I just have a simple statement here. So saying I want you to input two numbers for addition. So input two numbers of x and y. And then I pass the results here into my function. Remember, you separate your inputs inside your parameter by a comma. Let me just zoom in so you can see. By a comma. So obviously when you're inputting inside your sum, you'll also separate them by a comma. So yeah, let's check if this program runs. So I want an input of two numbers. So I want to add 100,000 plus like 2 million or something. Okay, 200,000. I mean 10,000 plus 200,000. So the sum is, that's the value of the sum. Okay, I'm not going to say that number out. So remember, my demonstration is how two parameters work. So it's x and y. The other thing is that inside your sum, you're not limited to only two parameters. You can have more than two parameters. So you can say like of different types also, but in this one I'm just returning an integer, so obviously I'm gonna write integer. So inside I'm just gonna pass another x, y, z, and then my addition is gonna be, okay, I want to add z to my sum because I want to keep my code consistent. And here I'll just change this to 3. I'm just gonna write the word 3. So xyz, and then here remember, when you're passing parameters, your function has to have the corresponding what you call this values. So you can't just run a function without like the specified parameters. Okay, so you have to like say your function has to have the amount of parameters it's passing into, or you can just create a constructor where the different cases of the different parameters you want inside your functions apply. So for now, what I am doing is three parameters. So sum has 3 parameters. So let's build and run this program and see if it runs. Okay, so we're adding 3 numbers this time. So remember, it's 3 times. My entrance is going to be 3 times. So I'm going to add 30, 20, and 10. And then should input 60. The sum of those values is 60. So it's just, obviously I didn't like add x, y to my output statement. But the main idea is that parameters, you can pass any type of data type. Here you can even change it to a float, for instance, and then your program has to change accordingly. You know, you can't just say I want to return an integer, but I'm adding floats and stuff. Okay, so the main idea is that my parameters can be added up at the top inside the brackets. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.